Is locally produced food better for the environment? Unfortunately, not really. Surprisingly, transportation doesn't account for a very large share of food's overall emissions. What matters most is what kind of food you're eating. Eating plant-based protein like beans and soy is always the lower emission option compared to meat, whether it's locally produced or not. When you account for all the different ways that food is moved from one place to another before being eaten, transportation is ultimately only responsible for 6 to 10% of all the greenhouse gases emitted by our food systems, according to various estimates. And it's even smaller for some of the most popular foods. Less than 2% of the carbon emissions from beef production are the result of transportation, for instance. The truth is that the overwhelming majority of food-related carbon emissions come from the construction and operation of farms themselves, not the transportation of food. And although all types of farms emit some greenhouse gases, the production of animal proteins in particular emits significantly more than the production of alternative proteins. And that's true regardless of whether or not the farm in question is local. But it's absolutely true that our food systems are significant contributors to climate change. Food production is responsible for around 1/3 of all greenhouse gas emissions, and agricultural operations consume 70% of all fresh water on Earth. Factory farms pollute the water, the land, and the air, and are the leading driver of deforestation worldwide. Farm animals also produce a lot of greenhouse gases just by virtue of their biology. The manure from chickens, pigs, and cows all emit various combinations of methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide, and cows also produce methane from their burps. Deforestation also emits enormous amounts of greenhouse gases, and the construction of cattle farms is the leading driver of deforestation worldwide. This is both because of the land that's cleared to build cattle farms and the land that's cleared to grow crops to feed the cattle on farms. There's nothing wrong with eating locally produced food, and doing so often has other benefits, like supporting people in your local community rather than multinational corporations. But when it comes to greenhouse emissions, what really matters is what kind of food you eat, not how far away that food was produced. Compared to meat, locally produced or not, plant-based proteins are always going to be the lower emissions, environmentally friendlier option.